gate pretty quick, but it's still been, nonetheless, a business is difficult, and a business takes time, and it takes commitment. So prior to joining Scentsy, just a little bit of my background, everything that I did growing up, I had to work really hard at it. But that was one thing, character trait that I developed was just to be determined. So whether it was academics or athletics, everything that I did and I put my mind to it, I was able to succeed at. So once Scentsy presented itself to me, that's kind of the mentality I took on pretty quickly. So I'm going to take you back to the spring, summer of 2008. My aunt, she worked in Oklahoma City, and she come down for the weekend, and she brought these amazing little round Scentsy samples with her. But at the time, I didn't really know what it was. And we sat down in my living room and sorted through the testers, and I kind of created some piles of the scents that I liked, the scents I didn't like so well, but I never looked at the catalog. And we really never talked about the opportunity. She wasn't a consultant. So a few months rolled by, and at the time I was a teacher. I'd been teaching kindergarten for about 10 years. And we reported back to school in August, and there was a teacher in my building. She was a brand new consultant. She had been a consultant for just a couple of months. She was having a basket party. Well, I was a tightwad. Like my husband, we were tighter than bark on a tree. So I looked at the catalog, and I thought, man, $30 for a warmer? My $5 electric simmering pot was working just fine from Walmart. I'd been shaving off leftover wax for my Yankee candle in that simmering pot, and I was content. So I didn't even invest in the $30 warmer at the time. Well, a couple of months passed by, and I had one of my homeroom parents. She walked in my classroom one morning, and she brought me a gift.
Yay!
Scentsy warmer. It's a sandstone Scentsy warmer. She brought me 2 Scentsy bars as well. One of those bars was called Key Lime Tortilla. It's my all-time favorite scent. The minute I plugged this warmer up, my kids were hooked, I was hooked, my kids' parents were hooked, the teachers in my building. Everyone was excited, and it was literally love at first sniff. So that was towards the end of October, and I thought, okay, what is this Scentsy? What is this thing? At the time, there were only about 17,000 consultants, so I started doing a little bit of research. And I discovered it was a direct sales company. I started looking into that more. What does it take? How do I get more stuff? What do I do when I run out? So I started looking at the minimum requirements, much like many of you did when you joined. So I called my aunt, who, remember, we sat down on the floor and smelled the scents. It's the very end of October, and I said, Glenna, I'm thinking about joining this company. Have you heard of Scentsy? And she said, Crystal, that's what I was telling you about a few months back. She said, I just joined last week. My kid's supposed to be in today. That was October 29th of 2008. So at the time, I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help her get started, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to sign up under her, and I'll probably just buy for myself or my family or my mother-in-law. I didn't really want to do much with it. I just needed to make sure I had access to the stuff when I needed it. So anyway, we did just that. November 19th of 2008, I became a Scentsy consultant. Immediately, she loaned me some testers. I put them in the workroom, and I had a $600 basket party before my kit ever arrived. I had a lady in my building who was actually a parent of a student. She wanted to sign up as a consultant. This was all within days of me signing up as a consultant myself. So I thought, okay, this could really work. So I started looking more at the comp plan. Okay, what do I need to do to promote? I'm like your dream recruit, your self-starter that's going to actually read the startup guide and go to the resource tab. And I had my startup guide highlighted to death and tabbed and everything. I was pretty much self-starting this business. So by the end of November, my kit arrived So I had 6 days left in the month. I wanted to promote to lead. That was my goal. So I ended up the month of November with an active frontline recruit and $1,300 in sales. My check was $331 and I was rich. On teacher pay, that was a lot of money. So what I did was I took that $331 and I reinvested it in my business. That one basket party in the lounge was a $600 party. I bought 5 more basket tester sets, and at all times, I kept those basket testers. They were out making me money. My goal was to sell $2,000 a month and try to recruit along the way. 1 or 2 recruits a month, that was my goal. So that's exactly what I did. And I'm telling you, there were many sleepless nights. I couldn't think about anything but this little candle company. And growing a team, and it was just a really exciting time. I began to see something, I began to find value in that $30 warmer that I was too tight to spend the money on back in August. Within about 16 months, I had decided that I was going to leave my teaching job. It was scary, but I had the support of my husband. He's backed me the whole way in this business, but it's kind of been my baby as well. He'll help me set up events, and my son is very much a part of it. Because when I was able to leave my teaching job, I was also able to be home with my child, and we get the opportunity, I get to homeschool him. So it's been really exciting. It's been really exciting to be home with him these past 3 years. And if it hadn't been for Scentsy, I would still be in the classroom, and I love teaching, but I love this business even more. One thing about this business, it's a relationship business. And I'm telling you, I've made some incredible friends along the way. I wouldn't be in Hot Springs, Arkansas today if it wasn't for Annette and Martha and Dina and the teams that they have built over in the southern part of the United States. It's the relationships and the fact that once I saw the value in the warmer, I immediately began loaning warmers to people so that they too can see the value of the product. Because people, they just don't get it. Oh, it's a light bulb. Oh, you plug it in, and oh, it releases a scent. But you don't realize the power of this opportunity until you let somebody experience the fragrance and you know, the impact that it has in not only in their homes, but in their businesses and things like that as well. So just to kind of give you an idea, you know, Scentsy, they've done a great thing. They do all the legwork for us. They do all the market research. Yes, they value our opinions and what we're wanting out here in the field. But 8 out of 10 homes currently use candles or something fragrance related. 87% of the United States population, they eat chocolate. 95% of all women carry purses on a daily basis. We have an opportunity. I've just described Scentsy, Bellotta, and Grace Adele. We have an opportunity to not only recruit, but to just reach a market sales-wise. I was looking up yesterday before I left, the population of Arkansas is roughly around 3 million people. And there's about 2,000 consultants in the state of Arkansas alone. That is a 1 to 1,500 ratio as far as your potential for your customers. I don't have 1,500 customers. I would love to. But to me, that lets me know this market, there's areas around where you live that people have never even heard of this opportunity. So make sure that you share it. If it hadn't been for Scentsy,